Hello everyone, welcome to the class of flight scheduling and operations using Dijkstra algorithm. It's a single source shortest path method using greedy method of algorithm. The Dijkstra algorithm aims at finding out the shortest path from a source to a destination. Let us choose a arbitrary destination from the given network. BOM stands for the Mumbai Airport and CCJ stands for the Calicut Airport, where MAA stands for Chennai Airport. Like that, all these airports mentioned here, all these letters are abbreviations or airport codes as per IATA, as per IATA. Now, if we explain the graph, these airports are connected by non-directional arcs, and the letters written on the arcs implies the arc weightage or maximum arc capacity. For example, if you look at the route from BOM to CCJ, the BOM to CCJ route capacity is 4. That means maximum 4 flights can be permitted in this route in a day, or it can be 4 units of weight that is being transferred from BOM to CCJ, or it can be 4 units of passengers. So 4 represents the flex that is being transported from one airport to the other airport. It depends upon what we are trying to estimate between these airports. It can also be the distance, or it can also be the time. So let us start how to solve this network. Now, initially, let us take BOM as a source airport, and we have to find out the shortest path from BOM to other airports. So for that particular purpose, the distances from Bombay to Bombay will be taken, it will be 0. The distance from Mumbai airport to Mumbai airport will be 0. As a first procedure, we will be considering that all the other airports are having infinite values. So we will be taking it as infinity for all the other airports. Now we have chosen BOM as our source. On moving out the value of other airports that is given by the formula, distances of u plus cost of u to v should be less than or equal to distance of v, then v will be equal to that particular value. For example, you look at here, distance of Bombay, that is distance of Bombay, since from distance of Bombay to Bombay is 0, is 0. So distance of Bombay is 0, right? Plus cost of u to v, that is the cost of movement from Bombay to CCJ, that is 4, 0 to 4, and 0 to 4 is obviously less than infinity. So we will be upgrading the value of CCJ given us v is equal to infinity into, we will be upgrading the value of CCJ to 4. First, initially it will be taken as infinity, so we will be upgrading that value to 4. So now the value of CCJ got upgraded to 4. Here, BOM CCJ can be called as nodes, or it can be called as destination airports. Now, this path we have updated, V is equal to 4. Now again, what is the other route that is left out from Bombay? It is to Bombay to MAE. So next, as a next procedure, we will be updating the distance of MAA using the same formula. What is the formula? The formula is cost of BOM plus the distance of BOM. If it is less than the value of MAA, then we will update it. For example, if you look at this, the distance of BOM, that is 0, plus cost of u to v. Now v is MAA, so v is equal to MAE. So cost of u to v, that is cost of u to v is 8. Now 0 plus 8 is less than infinity. The condition is satisfied. So we will be upgrading the value for MA from infinity to 4. Now all the flights moving from BOM to CCJ and BOM to MA, that has been updated. So as we have updated all the routes that is from BOM with respect to MAA and CCJ, so that node BOM will be selected. This node will be selected. Now look at the residual graph. In this residual graph, the minimum value is 4. The minimum value is 4. So again, we will start from CCGA. That means in the new case, U becomes 4 and B becomes the next airport in which that is being considered. So from CCJ, there are paths to COK as well as MA. There are paths to COK as well as MA. Let's take this path first. That means now the value of U is equal to 4. Distance of U is equal to 4. And the cost of U to V, that is cost of U to V, is 11. So distance of U plus cost of U to V, that is distance of U plus cost of U to V is equal to, or is distance of V, where B is MAA. So distance of U is 4 plus 11 and distance of V is 8. So that doesn't satisfy the condition. So the value of 8 will not be, the value of MAA will not be updated. It will be kept as 8. Now look at the second part. Now U is equal to CCK airport, V is equal to COK. Now again, cost of U to V plus distance of U should be lesser than distance of V. That is distance of U, that is 4. Distance of U is 4 plus cost of U to V. Cost of U to V is 8. So 4 plus 8, 12. 12 is less than infinity. So we'll be updating this particular node. So all the roads from CCK to COK and MAA has been filled or updated. Therefore, we will be neglecting this also. We will be eliminating this airport also. Now look at the residual graph. In this residual graph, which has the minimum value, that means 8 is having the minimum value. So our next arbitrary source begins from MAA. So now the value for U is MAA is equal to 8. Now how many routes are moving from MAA? That is, you will have 3 routes. One is to CCJ, one is to IXG, and one is to BLR. CCJ has already been selected, so you will not be considering that particular. So you will be considering only the routes to IXG, that's Belgaum Airport, and you will be considering BLR, Bangalore Airport. So from Chennai to Bangalore Airport, the distance is 8 and cost of Chennai to Bangalore is 1. So now MAA, that is Chennai Airport, will be taken as U and Bangalore Airport will be taken as B. That means using the same formula, distance of U plus cost of U to V should be less. The distance of MAA, that is 8, and cost of U to V is 1. So 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 is obviously less than infinity. So we will be upgrading this infinity into 9. Now look at the next part. That is MAA to IXG. That means Chennai Airport to Belgaum Airport. Again, so now V becomes IXG Airport. That means again using the same formula, distance of U plus cost of U to V should be less than distance of V. So what is the distance of U? Distance of U is 8. Cost of U to V, that means cost of MAA to IXG is 7. So that means 8 plus 7, that is 15. So 15 is less than infinity. So we will be updating that also. So you will be updating IXG. So all the routes from MAA to IXT or PLR to CCJ has been updated. So this route, this node also will be eliminated, or it will be selected. Now look at the remaining airports. In the remaining airports, the cost is minimum, the distance is minimum in BLR, that is having 9 compared to 1. So again, we will be choosing BLR, Airport Bangalore, as a destination, a temporary residual source. Look at here, we will be starting our analysis from BLR to, you will have two routes, that is to IXC, that is Belgaum, and HYD to Hyderabad. The route weightage from Bangalore to Hyderabad, let us take it as 2. And if you consider, if you use this particular formula from Bangalore to Hyderabad, the cost of Bangalore to Hyderabad is 2, and the distance of BLR is 9. So distance of U plus cost of UTV. That means BLR value is 9 and cost of BLR to Hyderabad is 2. That means 9 plus 2, 11. 11 is obviously less than infinity. So you will be updating this. So this infinity will be updated to 11. Now look at the second, that is BLR to IX. The cost of BLR is 9 and the cost of BLR to IXC is 6. So 9 plus 6, that is 15. It is already 15. So we will not apply. We will not update IX because it is already 15. So now this airport BLR, that also will be selected. Now out of these HYD, IXG, COK, the distance of HYD is minimum. So you will be taking HYD as a residual source. Now from this residual source, you will have routes to CJB, TRB, COK. Now you have to consider all these routes. Now let's start with COK. The distance of Hyderabad, the value is 11, and cost of operation from Hyderabad to Chennai, that is 4. So 11, distance of U. So U, Hyderabad will be U and COK will be V. So distance of U, look at the formula. Distance of U plus cost of U to V should be less than distance of V. Only then you will be updating this node. So look at here, the distance of U is 11 and the cost of Hyderabad to COK, that is 4. So 11 plus 4, 15. But 12 is here. 12 is less than 15. So you will not be updating. So this route will not be updated. Again, look at the next route. TRB is infinity and CJB is also infinity. Obviously, it will be less. You will have to update CRB and CJB. So from Hyderabad to CJB, the cost of operation is 10, right? So distance of U plus cost of U to V is 10. That means 11 plus 10, that is 21. So 21 is obviously less than infinity. So you will be updating CJB to 21. Updating this to 21. 10 plus 11, that is 21. Now look at the next one. HYD to TRV. HYD to TRV. The cost of operation from HYD to TRV is 14. Distance of HYD is 7. So 11 plus 14, that is 25. 25 is less than infinity. So you will be updating that as 25. So all the routes from Hyderabad airport has been selected. So now we will not go back to Hyderabad. So this will be selected airport. Now, in the residual graph, observe the airports having minimum distance. or minimum weightage. That is 12, 15, 25 and 21. So here 12 is minimum. The 12 is minimum. Now we have to see from COK to IX. COK to Hyderabad will not be considered because Hyderabad is already selected. COK to TRB. So let us consider first route COK to IHG. That means now value for U is COK and value B is IX. Now distance of U plus cost of U to B to distance of B should be less than distance of B. So let's see, distance of U is 12 and the cost of U to V is 2. So 12 plus 2, that is 14. So 14 is less than 50. So we'll update that. So we'll update 14. It will be updated to 14. Now again, COK to TRB. The value for COK is 12 and cost of operation of COK to TRB is 7. That is 12 plus 7, that is 19. It is less than 25. So you will be updating. That also will be updated to 12 plus 7, that is 19. So that airport will also be chosen. So you will choose this airport also. And which is the minimum out here? It is 14. But there are no routes from Belgaum where you have that is undirected, unselected airport is there. So you will not be able to move from Belgaum to any other airport. So that will be neglected. And let us see for the next one. That is 11 is also selected. So out of this 19 and 21, TRB will be the residual source. Now from 19 plus 9, that is cost of operation from TRB to CJB 9 and distance of TRB is 9. So 19 plus 9 is 26. That is greater than the value for CJB. So that will not be updated. So this graph. So our estimating the minimum route from this particular source, we have the values out here. Now that means which is our source? BOM is the source. So the shortest distance from BOM to CCJ is 4. The shortest distance from BOM to TRB is 19. The shortest distance from BOM to IXG is 14. The shortest distance from BOM to CJB is 21. The shortest distance from BOM to HYD, that is 11. The shortest distance from BOM to PLR is 9. Likewise, we will be getting single source shortest path method. From a source, you will be getting the shortest path into any destination or airport. So this method is called as the Dijkstra algorithm. Now here, this graph, if you observe, is a undirected graph. That means you will have flow from BOM to CCJ as well as CCJ to BOM. But let's see how do we use Dijkstra algorithm for a directed arc. Let's see a small example. How do we solve that for directed arc using Dijkstra algorithm? So look at this case. You have 5 airports in a network, which is directed arc, having directed arcs, and the arc weightage is mentioned. So we have to solve this Dijkstra algorithm. The method for using Dijkstra algorithm is we have to choose an arbitrary source. Arbitrary source, here I have chosen BOM as the source. And I'll be writing the list of other destinations in any order. I can be written any order. So, but whichever node you are choosing as the source airport should be written first. Suppose if I am choosing, here I have chosen BOM as a source airport. Suppose if I am choosing MA, so I'll have to write MA in the first column, and later the other nodes can be written in any order. The order doesn't matter exactly. But the mandatory thing you have to follow is whichever nodes we're choosing as a source node, that should be written first. So here for arbitrarily, I have chosen BOM, and so that I have written BOM. The others has been written in any you can write it in any order. Now look at this. Now let's see, you will be using the same formula. That is, the formula is distance of u plus cost of u to v. If distance of u plus cost of u to v is less than distance of v, right? Then v will be updated. V will be updated with the value of d of u plus cost of u to v. That means if distance of u plus cost of u to v is less than distance of v, v will be updated as distance of u plus cost of u to v. Here, let's take the BOM as the source airport. Arbitrarily, I have chosen. So the distance from BOM to BOM is 0. So do we know the values of other airports? We don't know. Initially, that will be taken as infinity. We take that as so distance from BOM to BOM is 0, and to other airports will be infinity. Now look at this table. There's a route from BOM to CCJ, and also there's a route from BOM to MA. So you will be updating only these two routes, because from BOM to BLR you don't have a route. It is from BLR to BOM, not from BOM to BLR. So all the other routes except CCJ and MA, you will be not updating. So from BOM to BOM, again, the second table distance is 0. The second table distance is 0. Now BOM to CCJ, that means BOM initially is 0, and cost of BOM to CCJ is 10. So 0 plus 10 is less than infinity. So 0 plus 10 is less than infinity. So you will be updating the value to CCJ as 10. Now look at the next here. Do we have a route from BOM to MA? Yes. The cost of BOM is how much? 0. BOM to MAA. That is cost of BOM to MAA is 5. So 0 plus 5 is 5, less than infinity. So you will be updating MA. Now, if there is a route from BOM to IX, you don't have a route, that will be as infinity. If there is a route from BOM to BLR, you don't have a route from BOM to BLR, but you will be having a route only from BLR to BOM. That also can be plus. Now look at in this, which is the minimum value. Minimum value is 5. You have to choose this node. For the next node, you will be choosing it from 5, that is MAA. You will be choosing the node as MAA. Right. So look at here. Again, what is the value for MAA? The value for MAA is 5. Now from MAA to BOM, is there is a route? You don't have a route, so that you will be carrying down that value as it is, will be 0. Right. Now from MAA to CCJ, do we have a route? From MAA to CCJ, we don't have a route. So again, you will be carrying down the same value without any change. Now from MAA to IXG, do we have a route? Yes, we have a route. Right. And from the MAA to MAA is 0. So distance of MAA to MA, as you have already selected that, either it can be written as 0, or you can write nothing, you can leave it as 0. Now look at the next airport. MAA to IXG. What is the cost of distance of MAA? That is 5. The cost of IXG, how much is it? That means MAA to IXG, that is MAA to IXG, 5 plus 9, that is 14. 5 plus 9, that is 14. And again, to BLR, MAA to BLR. What is MAA? 5. So 5 plus 2, that is 7. 5 plus 2, that is 7. So now which one will be selected? Which is minimum? You have to select BLR. So you'll be writing here as BLR. So BLR has been selected. So now from BLR to BOM. So BLR has been selected. BLR to BOM. That particular route has already been selected. So we will not be able to it from BLR to BOM. Now BLR to IXG. BLR to IXG. BLR to IXG. That is 14. What is the value for BLR? That is 7. And cost of operating from BLR to IXG is 6. So 7 plus 6, that is 13. So what is minimum here? 7 is minimum. So that cannot be updated. So you will be carrying that down, carrying that value down as it is. So BLR to IXG, that is 7 plus 6, 13. 13 is less than 14. So you will be carrying that down. Now BLR to MAA. Is there a route from BLR to MAA? There is no route from BLR to MAA. And MA is already selected. So that will be left blank. Now, is there any other vertex where you can choose from BLR? No, there is no other vertex that can be chosen from BLR. And the only route from BLR will be to IXG, and that is weightage of 13. So again, you will be updating the value of CCG, will be carrying it down as 10. Right? Here, the minimum will be 10. So 10 will be selected. So that is 10 is CCJ. 10 is CCJ. Now, do we have a route from CCJ to IXG? Yes, we have a route from CCJ to IXG. That is 10 plus 1, that is 11. So it is less than 13. So you will be updating CCJ to IXG. So this value is 11. That is IXG. So these are the selected vertices. This is how we have chosen the vertex. So now we have received the feasible solution. Now we have to find out which is the shortest path. So the shortest path from BOM to MAA, value is 5. The shortest distance from BOM to BLR, that is 7. BOM to CCJ is 10. BOM to IXG is 11. Right? So now this is the total values of the total minimum cost or minimum path. Now we have to find out, from this particular table, we have to find out what is the minimum path. So how do we determine the path? For example, let us take IXG. So from IXG to BOM is the shortest path. So I'll be placing a pointer here. I'll place a pointer. Now you have to reverse one step back. So when you reverse one step backward, you have to write the first path. That is, first path is you have chosen IXG, and you have to reverse one step backward. So the pointer comes here. When the pointer comes here, look at the values in that row. The values in that row that has been changed. 13 has been changed to 11. So now you have to choose the minimum one. Choose the minimum one. So from 13 to 10, the pointer has been shifted here. So that is CCJ. That means the selected node you are writing CCJ. Now you have placed the pointer here. Now again, you are choosing one step back. So one step backward, look at, is there is a change? Is there a change from the previous value? 10 has been updated as 10. So there is no change. So you will be continuing, you will be reversing the pointer one more value. Now is there is a change from 10? Yes, the value has been changed from infinity to 10. So change the pointer one value. Where it has been changed? It has been changed from BOM. So you will be writing BOM. So the shortest path from BOM to IXG is, you write it in the reverse order, it becomes BOM CCJ to IXG. So this is the shortest path from BOM to IXG. Now let's take any other airport. Let's take any other choice. Now for example, we will find out from BOM to BLR. BOM to BLR. That is BOM to BLR. What is the shortest path? Now look, where is BLR node selected? This one. So we will be using the same pointer system. We'll be using the same pointer system. Look at here, BLR. You have to write BLR first. And where will you place the pointer? You place the pointer. Reverse one step ahead. The pointer comes here and move on to which, does it have a change? Yes, it is being changed. It has changed to 5. From 5, it has been means infinity has been changed to 7. So you have to choose the minimum value of that. So that will be MAA. Now, is reverse one more step ahead. The pointer changes here. Now, is there is a change from MAA? Yes, from MAA, infinity has been changed to 5. So again, you will be getting BOM. So the shortest path from BOM to BLR is via BOM MAA to BLR. So this is the shortest path. Now, likewise, you can find out the shortest path from any destination to any, from a source to any destination. Single source, multiple destination, any destination to be able to find out. Now, there's a difference between this first example and the second example. See, the first example, you are finding out the distance from BOM to IXG. So you'll be writing IXG first. You'll be setting the pointer here. You will be reversing one step ahead. Was there a change here? Yes, there was a change. It has changed from CC. It has changed from 10 to 13, which is minimum here. That means 10 is minimum here. So we will be selecting that airport. That is CCJ. I have selected here. Now, move ahead one more pointer. Was there a change in the value? There was no change. So keep it as is it. It is. And again, go ahead. Do we have a change here? No, 10 has been not changed. So we will not be selecting that also. So shift the pointer one more ahead. Was there a change? Yes, the change was there. That is, value of infinity has changed to 10. So we'll be choosing that airport. That is why when we are shifting the pointers one ahead, see here, there is no change. Ultimately, no change happened. So that is why each step, whenever there is no change, you will be shifting the pointer one step backward. So initially the pointer was here. You have shifted back. Was there a change to the value? There was no value change. Now again you shift back. Was there a change from the value? No, there was no change. Again you shift back. Was there a change? Yes, there was a change. So we'll be selecting the minimum value. Look at the second case. We'll be traveling from the BOM to BLR. So BOM to BLR, where will be the selected node? It is BLR the selected node. So that is 7. Now, was there a change? Yes, infinity has changed to 7. So when you shift the pointer one step backward, you have to choose the minimum value. So minimum value is what? MAA. So BLR to MAA. Now from the pointer is set here, shift one step backward. Is there is a change? Yes, infinity has changed to 5. So choose the minimum value. So that is 0. This is how you will be finding out the shortest path in using Dijkstra algorithm for a routed or a directed network. It's also very much essential to discuss about the drawback of Dijkstra algorithm. Suppose you are having a network and you are having negative values. That means, for example, if you are having the value of MAA to IHC equal to -9, then Dijkstra algorithm may or may not work out. You will be able to solve or may not be able to solve it. You might get a solution or you not might get a solution. That is the main drawback of Dijkstra algorithm. So that's all about Dijkstra algorithm. And we will be having more similar sessions in the next lecture series.